Hey guys, in today's video we're going to cover off 5 different strategies that you can implement to avoid diet burnout. Now if you're new here, my name is Shannon from Shannon Billows Fitness. So if you're interested in losing weight and you want some help, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Now diet burnout is a real thing. So whether you've been dieting for a month or you've been dieting for 6 months, it gets to a point where it just feels like it's forever and you just need a break. Now there's one way to lose weight. It's a calorie deficit extended over a long period of time. Now we've all been there. We get to a point with your dieting, it's just either been far too long since you've actually had a proper meal with friends, or it's to the point where you just feel like you're no longer getting the results that you should be for the amount of calories that you're eating. I'm going to jump straight into 5 different ways that can help refresh you and get you back into that fat loss mentality so you can get better, faster results. Number 1, I want you to vary up your meals a bit more and make sure they fit your calories. So if you're eating the same thing day in, day out like a professional bodybuilder, it's going to get boring really fast. Now yes, some schedule and having some similar meals most of the time is going to help with your adherence to your calories. But if you're literally eating the exact same thing every single day, it's just a matter of time before you stop. So a really good strategy that's worked for me and my clients is you create 3 or 4 different meals that fit within your breakfast, lunch, and dinner calories. I'm actually going to leave a link to a video above where I go into this in full detail. And this is going to give you a few different options that you can rotate throughout the week without getting bored, and you're still getting really good results. Now, number 2, at the start of your diet is when you want to be the lowest in calories, and this works for 2 reasons. Number 1, your motivation is the highest and you're much more likely to stick to lower calories at the start of a program compared to the end of a dieting program. Now, this isn't to say that you need to be eating 500 calories a day. The more body fat that you carry, the lower in calories that we can go safely without any repercussions. And then as you get more towards the end of the diet is when you should actually be increasing your calories. And then this is also beneficial because when you carry the most amount of body fat is when you can release the most amount of body fat. So the lower in calories that you go at the start of the program, the faster your body is going to release it. As you start to get leaner and leaner towards the end of your program, your body is going to be less willing to give up as much body fat because it doesn't have as much to give up. So it only makes sense to start increasing your calories closer and closer to maintenance, therefore slightly decreasing the gap of your maintenance calories and your deficit. Now tip number 3, if you do have a lot of weight to lose, it might be beneficial for you to take occasional diet breaks. Now, a diet break physically doesn't do anything for you apart from pausing your fat loss results. But let's say you do have 50, maybe 60 kilos that you need to lose. Doing that in one stretch, although that's what we would ideally want you to do, is probably going to be near impossible and it's going to feel like too much deprivation. So what I might suggest that you do is set weight loss targets such as 15 kilos or 20 kilos, and then give yourself around a 1 to 2 week diet break where you eat at your new maintenance for that period of time. Now, as you get to a new low, it's going to teach you what it's like to eat at maintenance for that new body weight. And this is a part that most people seem to miss out when they're dieting down. Now, I don't want you to abuse this and think that you need to have a diet break every single week. Think of it as more of a couple of months schedule or when you hit those milestones. Now, strategy number 4 is you might want to include 1 to 2 maintenance days per week. This is not a cheat meal. This isn't permission for you to sit down, go to an all-you-can-eat buffet of pancakes and stuff your face silly. This is for you to strategically plan out 1 to 2 social events or just eat up days just to your maintenance, just so you know what it feels like to eat maintenance, just so you're not consistently thinking about food and you're always in a deficit. Now what's going to happen is on those 1 to 2 days, yes, you might gain a little bit of weight following because you're going to be eating more food on that day. Now, essentially what you're doing is just pausing your fat loss for a day or 2 per month. You won't necessarily be gaining anything, but you won't necessarily be losing anything for that day. And tip number 5 is, depending on how small you are, and if you're on very low calories, you might just want to increase your calories a little bit and just accept a slower rate of weight loss. Now, this tends to come up with my clients who are female, extremely sedentary and very short, tend to have to go quite low in calories to achieve a significant amount of weight in a short amount of time. Now, instead of having to diet on 500 calories to try and get that 1 kilo per week, we would much rather you accept a slower rate of weight loss, maybe a half a kilo or even 250 grams per week, but it's going to keep you sane throughout the dieting period. Yes, it's going to take a little bit longer, but you're going to be able to keep it up for a little bit longer as well. Now, if you have any tips of your own that you found that's worked, I'm always open to hearing suggestions. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you give it a like. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and make sure you subscribe for future videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.